Now, all right, now we're going to go on to the next day. Now, of course, the first thing that starts off with is Nintendo. Nintendo usually has some sort of hype things happening. And boy, did they disappoint.
Boy, did they shit the bed.
Yes, they did. Now, they started off with the Muppets stuff.
Which that was actually funny.
That was the best part.
I enjoyed this. That's sad when the best part of your conference has nothing to do with video games.
Nope, it's just the Muppets.
It was cool though.
And then the Muppets morphed into Fox McCloud and then
Falco, and Pepe.
Pepe Hare. Oh man! And then it was
he goes
Star Fox.
And then at the end he was like, "No barrel," which that made me, like I said, it made me laugh. That's at least they made me laugh.
So they announced Star Fox Zero coming out for the Wii U,
which I think it looks pretty good. Ricky's like, I don't really care.
I care about it because I want it to be much more, but it looks like the same game that I've played on the SNES and on 64, but more enhanced graphics and a little bit more.
Well,
gameplay.
I like the fact that your R-wing is changeable.
Yes.
You have your R-wing. And then it goes into the Walker.
Yeah.
And then it goes into the Landmaster, and then it also has the gyro thing too.
Yeah.
The gyrocopters, I think they called it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool.
I still will play it. I just don't know because you gotta sell it on me more. That's what it is for me because it's just like a new Star Fox. It kind of still looks like the old one. I still need new stuff with Star Fox.
I mean, as horrible as Star Fox Adventure for the GameCube was,
yes.
I kind of wish there was a little bit of like character play.
Mm-hmm.
Like not everything was vehicle, not everything was mech. I wish, like I said, I wish there was some way to play as Fox or Falco or something because that's what I was hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently that doesn't seem like it's gonna happen.
Nah.
But I mean, this game still looks nice either way.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be $60 nice? Probably not.
Yeah, that's the thing. The price point has to be less for 60 to me. Anything more than that, or equal or more than that.
I do like the cockpit view with the gamepad.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. I mean, that's cool. But eventually, like you don't even like the gyroscope though, so you can't. You're not gonna be this in the cockpit. I already know you.
No. You're right. You're right. I don't like it on Splatoon. But I might like it with Star Fox, depending on how it's gonna be. I don't know. We'll figure this out.
Well, we'll see anyway. I mean, they obviously have to have a demo. They really should push this game because I mean, this is the first.
They announced it for this year.
Yes, holiday 2015. I think they didn't even give a date. They just said holiday. It could be like the day before Christmas. Who knows? I'm not gonna do that. But I like it, but it's just I need more. I need a little bit more.
I need to be fed a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm still probably gonna get it.
There was still a lot of backstory in this direct too. Like you saw Miyamoto, he went to the shrine, and this is how he was inspired for Fox.
That was very cool.
And I was like, okay. And then there was Reggie the thing there. They had the Mario 30 anniversary Super Mario Bros. Then they had the Amiibo. It was like okay. Then they had Skylanders. What's going on here?
Skylander Superchargers.
Yes, and there's new Amiibo / Skylander figures that will start off with Donkey Kong and Bowser. And they could be interchangeable with the new Skylanders. So you can, and there's a switch in the bottom.
But the switch on the bottom, you click it. It's Amiibo one way, Skylanders the other way, which makes me not want to buy it 'cause it's just a Skylander.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept, but I don't know. It's just funny to me because, mind you, the people who had the idea for Skylanders, which is the start of this whole figure thing, they went to Nintendo first with this idea, and Nintendo looked at them like, what? They just had their head sideways like, what is this? No. And they turned it down, and now they're working with them to make Skylander Amiibo. Like, I mean,
because let's look at it. Let's look at this. Amiibo is incredibly successful.
Mm-hmm. And Skylanders is incredibly successful.
Skylanders is very. I wouldn't say it's incredible. I say very.
Very. I mean, dude, they made their own hundreds of millions, if not billions, already by now.
But
and they started a craze with the Disney Infinity.
Amiibos are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but like it's funny because on Nintendo Treehouse they were playing the Skylander Superchargers, and the guy they picked to play the demo was apparently awful. Yes. He was like hitting walls and stuff, and so eventually they just cut off him and started to like showing the view of people like showing off what they look like. And I was like, way to like completely shit on your own advertising, but have the worst guy ever play this game for you.
Good shit, Nintendo. Good shit. And then
Skylanders are the same day at the end of the day, so I don't really care.
And then Zelda Triforce Heroes.
A game that no one wanted. No one asked for.
It's happening. You can play 3-player multiplayer. You can play 3 Links.
I love basically this was supposed to be like another Four Swords, except that their reason for not putting 4 in because it was too tall.
Yeah, so they have 3, or that's why there's Triforce heroes, 3
Yeah.
heroes. You can pile on each other and such like that.
Yeah.
And that was I mean,
I don't have friends.
yeah, but yeah,
so-
but that was the thing. I was like thinking local player or
Right.
online.
Well, here's what happened, right? When they first showed it, I was like, oh, good thing I have friends to play this game with. Sad, tear rolling down my face.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you can play online with random people. And I was
Yeah.
like, suck that tear back into my eyeball. I can play with a random people.
And you could also play solo too, where you have the dummies and you can switch,
Yes,
kind of like
that's
the
annoying,
4
though.
swords. Yeah, I guess. And that happened. And then they confirmed the leak. So Hyrule Warriors 3DS is real, and it's coming first quarter 2016
Yes.
with Tetra and the King of Hyrule,
King of Hyrule.
from Wind Waker making
a
their
boat.
appearance. He's a boat. which
He's a
is like-
boat.
I was like, okay,
That's
that's.
talking about Lonely Island. I'm on a boat. Like I say, I am a boat.
One more thing about Triforce heroes, though, they have fashion, so you can dress yourself up in different things, but the costumes, I think, do different things or something like that.
Whatever.
Kind of whatever.
I still,
All right,
Didn't
so
ask for that
then
game.
Metroid.
Stop
Blast
it.
Ball.
Can we skip this? Because they announced 2 Metroid. They announced what? Blast Ball and something else, right?
Federation Force.
Federation Force.
So,
Have neither of them have anything to do with Metroid.
yeah, they announced some sort of Metroid game. Not
Stop
exactly
it.
Metroid.
Stop it. Stop it. Can we call this like? I'd rather call this like Mech Fighters, not
Yeah.
relative to anything at all. Metroid.
And Blast Ball, I was like, oh, Ball Blast or whatever. Ball Blast was the game that they showed during the Nintendo World Championships. I was like, okay, that's cool. And then they said Metroid Ball Blast. I'm like, oh, what?
I'm a Metroid fan. I love Metroid. What the fuck is this?
This is the reaction.
This isn't Metroid.
This is the reaction from everybody from everywhere on the internet. I even looked in like Reddit, Nintendo, they're infuriated. Reddit, Metroid, which I didn't know existed. They're just, dude, you could imagine how they're acting right now.
Take the name Metroid off of this.
Yeah,
it's a disgrace.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, honestly.
What are you doing?
So then that happened, and then they show Fire Emblem Fates. Now it's
I
not,
melted.
it's not if now. If is Japan.
If it's Japan, Fates is what it's called. Which they still didn't touch on the fact that there's 2 different stories.
No, they haven't. Unless you kind of like read into it, which I have, so we know there's 2
No,
different stories
I
to it.
know.
Yeah,
But-
we
but
both
it's like-
know, yeah.
In Japan, they've already announced you can play as one side or the other, and depending which side you pick, it's gonna be a different story. Blah blah blah. They have not mentioned that at all in America yet.
Maybe they're going to do it differently. Maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe.
Man. I hope not, because I want that. I mean, granted, I don't have to buy 2 copies of the game to do it, but
Yeah.
whatever. I don't care. This is a game that I would gladly play 50 times over.
Now, and then they had that crossover game, the Fire Emblem and what the hell is it? The 10.
Yeah, 10-6, I don't know. The one that didn't speak English.
Yes. Why was there no subtitles?
No subtitles.
Why was that? Like, I remember we talked about this. What was it? One Direct or even last year E3 where they had it was like super generic anime looking.
That was
thing.
definitely the first. It was a direct where they announced Fire Emblem the first time. It wasn't E3.
Yeah. Okay. So it was a
It
direct.
was a direct like early in the year.
Yeah, and then it was like, wait, I'm more confused because it even looked like there was Fire Emblem characters included, unless that one character was supposed to be Marth. I'm confused.
I don't know.
I mean, if it was,
I don't know.
If it was translated, maybe I would figure it out.
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
I'm watching this like, where's the Fire Emblem?
Yeah, exactly. And then and then they left the title in Japanese, so nobody knew what the hell it was. If you didn't watch it before, like we knew,
The only part of that they had 2 letters in English,
Yeah.
F and E, which meant Fire Emblem.
yeah.
And everybody was like, okay, so it's a Fire Emblem crossover with something. I don't understand.
Yeah, if it was your first time seeing it, we're sorry because that was confusing as hell. And what the hell were you thinking, Nintendo? Like really? Yeah, we're like really bashing Nintendo. Like we're
Well,
like,
because they shit the bed. So
they
there's
really
nothing
did.
there's nothing
for a show that we really like Nintendo, obviously, and you could tell we talk about it a lot.
We're Nintendo fans, and we were. I think that's also another reason why we're so disappointed by them. But we're not even done with this yet, because there was
Yeah.
still a little bit more left in this conference.
Xenoblade Chronicles 12/4. They already announced the date. And then Animal Crossing. Okay, so what the hell was that? Okay, first.
All right. First off, they showed Animal Crossing House Arrest. So
well, I mean, you're decorating your house.
I mean, it's Animal Crossing Home Designer.
Well,
But
who's that for? Who is this game for? I'm sorry, I don't
I
get.
don't
I
know.
don't. I mean, I don't
actually,
get that.
there are some people. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool because it lets you just build your house without having to like save up the bells and do all this crazy shit
but
for
but
no
you're
reason.
doing it for other animals. You're not doing it for yourself.
Whatever.
So you're like a home designer.
you're a home designer. I don't know.
Like what's this game for? All right, so that game happened, and you saw that
we knew that was happening though.
Yeah,
they announced that a while ago.
And they had the amiibo cards with that, fine. And then they show actual amiibo figures of like Tom Nook,
KK Slider.
Yes, and I'm like, oh, this is hot. And then they
showed why they had them, and I was like, this is stupid.
No, they showed why. At first, I'm like, oh my god, Animal Crossing for Wii U is happening. It was just like the Wii. It's really cool.
I swear to God, I was getting happy for Animal Crossing for Wii U.
And then they parked the little amiibo on the Wii pad, boop, and then they were playing Mario Party.
They were playing Animal Crossing Party.
What happened? What the fuck was that? I was like, what is it? So wait, you have to buy one of the figures to play a board game with other, like, what is this? Like, what?
I think that would be to unlock special characters. I think they'll have their default characters you can play for people, but they're gonna have like Tom Nook and KK Slider by hitting anything.
All I want to get is the KK Slider amiibo. That's a definite.
The KK Slider one was dope.
I don't care about the other ones, and I don't care about the game. I don't know what it was. I don't want to know. It looks awful. Why it's happening, I don't know.
Watch, just to screw you. They're going to put KK Slider as a bundle.
Just like the TV Robo. Oh, I hope not.
Oh, they're going to. It's happening.
You know it is.
I think they're going to do either KK Slider or Tom Nook as a bundle.
I hope not. Please let them be separate. I don't want to get a shitty game. I really don't. Because I know I'm not going to like this game. Yoshi's Woolly World, they had a whole thing about this woman creating
how she knit the first amiibo.
Yeah.
Before it was an amiibo. She knit it just to be like, oh, well, they brought me on this project and I'm not a programmer. I don't know how to do art and I can't really do anything. So I knit an amiibo. And
she knit Yoshi.
She knit Yoshi and like, this looks really cool. Can you make more of these? So she made a couple of them and like, oh, you can make these amiibo. So they're just telling you.
They wanted to make it into a game. And that was the thing. They were like, holy crap, like this Wool Yoshi is a crazy idea.
No.
I thought that's how they based it.
No, it was the other way. It was the other way around.
Oh, okay.
The game was already happening and she didn't know how to contribute anything to it. So she knit a Yoshi and then they were like, oh, cool. Can you do more of these? And she's like, yeah. So she made a bunch of them. She's like, oh, I think we're going to make these into amiibos. These are pretty cool. They're all handmade by this one poor woman.
No, well, well, you know what's better? But the one favorite quote that I saw on our amiibo was all the Yoshi's like wool Yoshi amiibo on the table, and they just said that's the Yoshi amiibo stock.
It probably is though. That's the sad part because they're all handmade by this one woman. She probably made like 15. Was like, God, fuck this. And like that's it. There's 50 for the world.
I'm pretty sure they're mass produced at this point.
I don't know. Either way, there's like 50 for the world. So
whatever. You have fun with that. Yokai Watch is actually happening.
I'm hyped for that game at least.
2015 holiday. That's gonna be a thing.
So I mean, for anyone who doesn't know what Yokai Watch is, it's a Japanese version. It's not really Pokemon though. But it's like
it's different.
It's comparable to it, but it's not quite.
Mm.
But this is Yokai Watch 3.
Yeah.
This is Yokai Watch 3. They've already had 1 and 2 come out in Japan. They've been incredibly successful.
Very popular. More popular than Pokemon.
Which is hard to believe because Pokemon is like the second biggest thing in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And
now.
I don't know. But, well, I mean, I would say first is like just Mario in general. But
I don't think these
Pokemon is humongous over there.
Yeah, I think Pokemon's is bigger than anything right now.
Yeah. So
or ever.
Like I said, Yokai Watch, this is going to be number 3. And the only reason why they even brought it over here is because it takes place in America.
Yeah, this one in particular. And then they want to see if the cruise
Right,
will
number
sell.
3 takes place in America.
Now, I just hope that they have enough marketing to sell it because I think it's going to be a tough sell, honestly.
I think it is too. I think America is just too not like, and I wouldn't say, no, there's a lot of people, there's going to be a cult following for this game in America, but for the most part, everyone's very much not in the weeaboo, anime style art that this game goes by.
Yeah. And then they bought up Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, a weird combo of two Mario RPGs.
Cool, actually.
I don't know. I've always never been for Mario RPG games like Paper Mario and such because Mario RPG was Mario RPG. Like that, there still needs to be a sequel to that game. I don't care about Paper Mario, even though I know there's good games. I don't care about Mario and Luigi because I know they're probably good games too. I still want Mario RPG too. I still want Malo. I still want Gino. But it looks like a pretty interesting game. I like the concept of it. They're like in the paper world and 3D world. They're seeing each other and they're like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? So that was interesting. Then they announced the Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. Okay, that happened.
I like Mario Tennis.
So that was a thing. And then they talked about Mario Maker, Super Mario Maker. That has a date now, September 11th.
Cool.
And you can actually get custom
9/11.
costumes. Yeah.
9/11.
Let's not go there, Steve. They announced that with the costume amiibo. So any amiibo that you have, they turns Mario into like a costume and turns into the things. Like they showed Wheat Fit Trainer because I guess they're trying to sell that again.
Right. Well, right. No, that was the mystery mushroom. You were able to turn into amiibos that you scanned.
Yes. And also the 8-bit Mario amiibo, which looks great. I want to get that.
It's too big.
I like it. I don't care. 8-bit Mario, I need it in my life. And it's gonna come in a booklet.
I knew you would.
Of course, dude. I mean, come on. You see the shirt. You see the water bottle. I mean, come on. Now it's the same stage. But so that was basically it for that. Then they went into their treehouse thing. What are you rating them?
Nintendo shit the bed.
I give them.
They focused a lot on the Super Mario Maker, and no one really cared that much.
I felt like Nintendo really did drop the ball on this. I give it like maybe a C.
I would give it a C+ at best. Maybe if we're stretching it, B-, because there were some parts. I was happy about Yokai
Star
Watch.
Fox. That was
I got to see Star Fox, which they had never released anything for Star Fox. Everyone knew was happening. We didn't see anything for it. So we got to see some Star Fox. I got Yokai Watch. I got to see some Fire Emblem. So it wasn't all bad. But then they had that monstrosity of garbage that was the Metroid announcement. Get that out of my face. I don't know. I didn't hear. There was nothing about Pokemon, which I wanted. I wanted to hear something about X, Z, Y, Z, if that's true or not. They didn't really show anything else on Super Mystery Dungeon. I don't know. There wasn't. Obviously, we knew we weren't going to hear about Zelda, but I wish they were going to. I wish they would have anyway.
Showed something.
Which have been like, just kidding. Here's a little bit of Zelda. Like, fuck.
To be fair with Nintendo, they don't really talk about Pokemon during E3.
I mean, I guess so, but it would have been nice. Like, I would have just had, they just had something.
Now, here's the thing. They had that micro direct, and I felt like if they saved some of that stuff from the micro direct for E3, maybe we would have been a little bit better off, or even save the stuff for Smash that happened on Sunday for E3.
Right.
Because if that was the case, I mean, they obviously had too much to announce, but really it was kind of a circle jerk. They were announcing they were announcing their own selves. Like, hey, we got a new Mario, kind of. We have a new Metroid, kind of. We have a new Zelda,
not kind
of. Like, and that's what I mean, kind of, because it's not the main story of Zelda. It's not the main story for Metroid. It's not the main story for Mario. It's like, you know, I mean, somebody made a joke, and I think you retweeted it. I forgot who it was, but they said that, or somebody retweeted it, and I saw it, where it was like, you know, we're not making any more games for the Wii U. This is for Nintendo. So here's a Mario game. You do it yourself. Like, that type of thing. Like, you know?
And that feels like it's actually, that's sadly true.
And I read somebody else, somebody I follow, and they said, you know, it's going to be, it's like, you know, Nintendo brought nothing new this year. It's like, there's only be a matter of time. And this is something that's been said for a long time anyway. It's going to be a point where people are going to get tired of the constant Marios and constant Zeldas. But that's the thing, too. I don't think Nintendo has faith in their own stuff. Because look at Devil's Third. It has an announced date of August, I believe now, September.
We saw nothing from Devil's Third.
No, and that's the thing. But they talked about it after the Direct. They talked about it on, I think, the Treehouse, or they just dropped a newsletter or a thing like, oh, here, it's coming out. Now, Emily Rogers, who writes Nintendo stuff and whatnot, and she's on Twitter always about Nintendo news, she had to make a mention of it because she wrote a little blog post about it and talked about how does Nintendo not have faith in this game? Like, is it a shitty game in their eyes and they're just they have no faith in it? I don't know if it's that. I just think that Nintendo never knows how to handle a mature rated game, because that's what it is, it's mature rated. And I don't know if Nintendo still kind of wants to associate themselves with that, but they advertise the hell out of Bayonetta.
I was just about to say they advertised Bayonetta just fine. So.
Yeah, so I don't get what's the issue with Devil's Third, unless it's a bad game. I mean, if that's the case, then, you know, well, that sucks for you guys. Why did you do it? You know?
Whatever.
But I just felt like even if that was there or something, like I said, I don't know if Nintendo knows how to handle that type of game now, or they just still want to look at this family-friendly thing. Because it looked like they were going for the right direction for a long time. They released Smash. They knew exactly how to advertise Smash. They advertised the hell out of Splatoon, and that caught on really well. But then when you get like Mario Maker's starting to get some buzz now, especially from the fact that, you know, they showed it off and it looks pretty cool than what people thought it was. But everything else was just not great. I mean, maybe it's just the fact that Metroid, maybe they don't know what to do with the storyline anymore. But then you give it to somebody else. But then Other M happens, you know, that type of thing. So I just, like, you know, that's why I feel like they probably don't know what to do with their IPs. That's why you're going to see constant Marios and constant Zeldas. Because, you know, that can still kind of be worked around. Like, they don't know what to do with Metroid. Like, what can you do next with Samus? Like, you know, you can only defeat, you know, Mother Brain and Ridley so many times, you know, that type of thing. But, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, what
Make up something new then.
Yeah, I mean, they have new IPs, and that's the thing. People are like, oh,
No. I mean, like, if
make
Metroid,
new, like,
make up a new monster. Like, why does it always have to be Ridley? Why does it have to be Mother Brain? Why does it have to be Kraid? Make something else.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe they just have no faith
That's what
in
Batman did.
Yeah.
When Batman was like, all right, well, we've beaten the Joker 50,000 times. What else can we fucking do? Oh, I know an idea. Let's make up a new character. His name is the Arkham Knight. Boom. People love it.
Yeah.
People are like, who is Arkham Knight? I want to know who are they? And apparently it's going to explain in the story who Arkham Knight is. So play Arkham Knight. You're going to figure out who it is.
Yeah.
I have my own personal theory. I think it's Damian Wayne. But whatever.
But see, that's the thing. Make something up.
Damian Wayne, whatever.
Yeah, Damien. I know.
Damian.
Yeah. So, but the other point I wanted to make about Star Fox, like Star Fox, kind of seemed a tiny bit recycled for me because it just looks like the SNES game mixed with the 64 game, and then maybe a little bit more. I want to be wrong on that, and just the fact that maybe they have no stories for Star Fox because they tried it with Rare, and Rare tried something with it, and it didn't really work out so well, but. Something else needs to be done with the other IPs. I mean, they tried Codename Steam, and nobody bought into that.
Because you're mixing history into video games. But like
Assassin's Creed can do it.
Like, but Assassin's Creed is there. I don't know. I mean, the thing about Codename Steam was that it was like aliens are invading history. Like, what?
Yeah, I guess. But there's like a bunch of IPs that Nintendo had, and people have been calling for these IPs, but yet all you see from them are Mario and Zelda and everything because that's what sells. And then Splatoon, I think, was just a lucky thing. In all honesty, I felt like Splatoon wouldn't have been as big if maybe they didn't advertise it that well, or maybe the demo didn't happen, or word of mouth, because I felt like that would have been another flop for Nintendo. But Splatoon, I feel like they really got lucky on, because that should be as good as it is and as appreciated as it is. And I don't think it would have if they didn't do the right steps or even put out that demo. I think the demo really pushed it more so, honestly.
I mean, I was getting it either way.
Well, I was getting with the demo. But the demo, and you got it because of word of mouth and what you saw, too. I got it because I wasn't sold on it until I played it. That was my thing. So that's the other problem, too. And I don't know about the new Zelda. I'm definitely not going to get the new Metroid quote unquote games.
Stop. Those aren't Metroid games. And if they just have Metroid in the name.
If, like I said, if they switched some things around, they use Smash, they use the things from the Direct, maybe it would have been a better Nintendo E3.
Had they,
and if they showed something from Zelda, something. But
they completely scrapped the game.
Yeah.
So whatever we saw last year got completely thrown away.
Yeah.
But I mean, all they had to do was save the Smash news for 2 more days, and they would have won E3 just on that alone, probably. Because Roy and Ryu, boom, explosion, like it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're coming out today when people didn't even know they existed.
Yeah.
Boom, it's super over.
Yeah. I don't know. Nintendo really shit the bed. I give it a C, like I said.
I'll go C+ because I'm a little nicer, and I enjoyed Yokai Watch and Fire Emblem.
I enjoyed the Muppets. I can't lie.
The Muppets. The Muppets make it a B.
Yeah. All right, the Muppets give it a C+. I can't lie.